The story of the Chevrolet Bel Air is one of design, evolution, innovation, and cultural significance. Born in the early 1950s, the Bel Air became an icon of American automotive style, known for its distinctive fins, chrome trim, and strong engines. The early days, 1950–1952. The Chevrolet Bel Air debuted in 1950 as a premium two-door hardtop model, initially just a high-end trim level of the Chevrolet lineup, rather than its own model. At this time, Chevrolet's reputation was built on durability, but the Bel Air brought a touch of elegance with its pillarless design, setting it apart from other models. The hardtop convertible design meant it looked like a convertible when the windows were down, but it had a solid roof. This styling cue helped launch the Bel Air's popularity. The Golden Age, 1953 to 1954. In 1953, Chevrolet redesigned the Bel Air as a standalone model and a flagship of its lineup. This new Bel Air had a more refined and stylish look, boasting features like two-tone paint options and extensive chrome trim. For the first time, the Bel Air nameplate included different body styles: two-door and four-door sedans, convertibles, and station wagons. This period marked Chevrolet's first attempt to make the Bel Air a mainstream symbol of post-war American prosperity. Though it was still affordable, it was packed with stylish details that helped it capture the imagination of car buyers. These early Bel Airs were equipped with inline-six engines but gained a reputation for comfort and style. The legendary Tri-5, 1955 to 1957. The Tri-5 years, 1955 to 1957, were the Bel Air's heyday. In 1955, Chevrolet gave the Bel Air a complete redesign that became iconic, defined by sharp, clean lines, a Ferrari-inspired grille, and a choice of powerful V8 engines, including the legendary 265 cubic-inch small-block V8. This engine gave the Bel Air the power to compete with more expensive models, making it a favorite among hot rodders. Each year brought subtle design changes that kept the Bel Air fresh and desirable. In 1957, the model reached its aesthetic peak with larger tail fins, hooded headlights, and a unique anodized aluminum side panel. The 1957 Bel Air remains one of the most collectible American cars of all time due to its blend of style, power, and nostalgia. It symbolized a golden era of American automotive design, encapsulating the optimism of the 1950s. Evolving through the years, 1958 to 1961. In 1958, the Bel Air grew in size and took on a more subdued look with rounded lines and less chrome. Chevrolet also introduced the Impala as a trim level of the Bel Air, which later evolved into its own model. The Bel Air continued to evolve through the early 1960s, gaining more modern touches like quad headlights and a wider body. While the styling became less extravagant, the Bel Air remained a staple of Chevrolet's lineup and retained its appeal as a dependable family car. The end of an era, 1975. By the late 1960s and early 1970s, consumer tastes were changing, and the Bel Air began to shift toward a simpler, more utilitarian design. By 1975, Chevrolet had decided to end production of the Bel Air in North America. While the nameplate continued in Canada until 1981, the Bel Air was largely a memory by the late 1970s. Its legacy, however, was cemented as a symbol of mid-century American automotive culture. Cultural impact and legacy. The Chevrolet Bel Air is remembered not only as a car, but as a cultural icon. The car's popularity and the affection people had for it made it a staple of American car culture. Today, Bel Airs are highly collectible, especially the 1955 to 1957 models, and are often featured in car shows, movies, and music. The Bel Air represents an era of design and innovation that captured the spirit of American prosperity and optimism.